Welcome back to Witch Talk Live, family. Get comfortable, clear your workspace, and drop a comment to let me know where you're tuning in from tonight because we are reclaiming our territory. For those of you are we're going into Mercury retrograde, and I'm saying this right now because every time we are going into Mercury retrograde, and I've said this plenty of times before, I stumble through my words. I feel like I'm going extra fast for some reason. So, let me start that again. So, for those of you who are new to the realm, or for those of you who are catching the replay, welcome. I'm Aurora Moon. I'm an author, reader, shadow work guide, and I'm your host every Thursday night here at the Witches of Eastview. I help you face your shadows, claim your power, and remember the absolute sovereignty of your soul. And tonight, we are putting that power into a physical motion because let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt exhausted? And have you ever had a streak of bad luck that just seemed impossible to explain? Have you ever felt like every time you start moving forward, something unseen drags you backwards? Now, before we begin, let me say this clearly because not every obstacle is a curse. Not every difficulty is a spiritual attack. And really, honestly, sometimes it's just us absorbing negative energy. Sometimes people project jealousy, resentment, anger, gossip, ill wishes, toxic energy just towards us in general. And sometimes we carry that energetic debris that doesn't belong to us. And that is especially true for us empaths. We seem to feel like it is our responsibility to take care of everyone and everything. And yeah, we feel everything, and we don't like that feeling of anxiousness, so we want to tend to fix whatever is around us, and that's not always ours to fix. So sometimes we can absorb that energy when we don't mean to. Sometimes it's our intention without even realizing. So whether or not tonight's energy comes from a true curse or not, it could be maybe an intentional hex. Maybe it's the evil eye. Maybe you feel that it's a psychic attack or generational negativity. It could be self-sabotage, or it can be simply just accumulating that extra weight. Then tonight's ritual is going to be very beneficial for you. Okay, because we are going to send, or we're going to remove what doesn't belong to us, and we're going to restore what does belong to us. So if you are ready, I want you to release, reclaim, and rise. And I want you to type in, I reclaim my power in the comments below, because I want you to feel that. I want us to connect. And that's a great way to connect is through the comments, because then we are all coming together in this moment right now. So I want you to take a deep breath. I'm going to get a smudge stick because we are going to cleanse ourselves before we get started. An electric lighter. I love it. Sometimes it takes a few tries, though. Okay. That should be good. Okay, I want you to take a deep breath. And another. I want you to allow yourself to settle. And as always, this ritual is intended for spiritual and personal growth. It does not replace medical, psychological, or legal professional support or anything like that. You need to seek it out when you need it, okay? Now, I want you to gather the ingredients before we get started. I have chosen 3 beeswax candles. Now, if you don't have beeswax candles, don't worry about it. Use your chime candles, use your table candles, use your birthday candles if that's what you have. It's the intention on putting this spell together, because we are not only going to we're going to cut all those ties, and then we are going to replace it. Kind of like what I said last week, or what I said last week, not kind of, what I said last week was you can't remove the negative energy and then not replace it with the positive. You need to be able to replenish that space because it's an empty vessel, and we need to then fill it up with bright magical light in any which way we can, any way we want. If this doesn't resonate with you, please don't feel free, or don't feel you need to do this exactly as is. If you want to do something slightly different, just use this as a guide. Go with your guidance first. I will never ever say that you have to follow this step by step. This is what works for me. Something else might work for you. I've got a prayer that is in my, I think, one of my first videos that I did way back. And it doesn't look anything like it does now, but you can use that prayer if you want. We're going to do a little bit something different in here. But the beeswax candles, the reason why I picked beeswax was because it has a little bit more of a sticky residue. So the string, I don't have to tie it so tight to keep it from falling off. I can have it loosely on so that it burns naturally. It's just my preference for this type of work. You don't need to, like I said, chime candles, taper candles work just fine. Even tea light candles, if you do not have, okay, it would be a little bit different. You would have to figure it out kind of without burning the string ahead of time before you're ready for it. That might be a little bit quicker, but it could work in a pinch if you needed to. Okay, you just have to work with it. We want natural twine, thread or string, something that is, remember guys, we're working with fire, so make sure your space is protected. And that means that you have your fan nearby, you have water nearby if you need to. You want to make sure that you're safe, or your space is safe, okay? We want a heat proof plate. So either your cauldron, you can use foil. Foil works well as if you need a tray. I have a cork board underneath my cauldron because it can get hot. I also have an ashtray that I picked up at the dollar store to use as an in between. If I don't want to get right into my ritual stuff, I will use the ashtray. Okay. It's just easier. Some days it's just easier, and it's meant for that, right? So we want salt. So you want this can be any salt, okay? Coarse salt preferred, sea salts. If you don't have that, table salts, black salts to amp it up a little bit, you can use that. We're going to use pepper, black pepper, dried rosemary or thyme. And these are all things that you can find in your pantry, guys. Most people have this on hand. So these are not herbs that I'm asking you to go out and get specifically for something special. These will work for the exact same thing as something more expensive. Now, if you do have it, I'm going to give you some of those. Maybe you want to use calamus root. Calamus root you can use to steer things in your direction. Make sure that you cut all cords. It's to keep it controlled. You can also use High John wort, or not High John's wort, High John Conqueror root. You can use olive oil if you don't have any essential oils. If you're using essential oil, you can use frankincense. I always like to use more of a grounding essential oil if I'm using oil for my candle. Tonight, I'm going to be using my banishing, and I'm going to be using my protection for my other candle. Okay. I'm going to smudge my candles here because I don't think I did that today. I also have a mirror that's situated here right across from my spell because I want it to really take a punch. Now, those are for those of you who are not familiar with mirror magic. You can go back into one of my videos. I have that all there. It helps amplify, but you should know what you're doing first before you start doing it. But if you only have olive oil, you can use that if you have it at home. Okay. Rosemary, I like to use rosemary. Rosemary works very, very well for, it's a universal herb, guys. So if you need, if you don't have any salt on hand, you can use rosemary too. Okay. Now, if you are advanced and you want to use maybe dragon's blood oil, you can use Van oil, agrimony, yeah, and black salt, which I think I mentioned. Okay. But we're going to place everything in our space tonight. And like I said, these are simple ingredients you can get from your pantry, kitchen pantry. So we're going to get started. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee though. Timmy's ritual. Hockey. Hockey is on tonight. So, okay. Okay, let us begin. I want you guys to close your eyes. I'm going to say our prayer. Remember, we're doing candle magic, so I'm always going to start off with a prayer. So close your eyes, take a slow, deep breath in, and slowly release. Again, I want you to breathe in peace, and you're breathing out tension. Breathe in clarity. Breathe out fear. And as your breathing settles, I want you to repeat after me. I call upon the 4 directions and the 4 elements to open our circle as a consecrated place of love, healing, and spiritual guidance. May east and air share their knowledge of all beginnings. May south and fire share their knowledge of all changes. May west and water share their knowledge of all endings. May south and fire share their knowledge of all endings. No, did I miss one? Yes, I did. Sorry, guys. Let's start over. See, I told you I'm all screwed up today. That's okay. Like I said, nothing has to be perfect. I'm always going to show you, even if I mess up something, I'm going to tell you about it. It's words. That's how I look at it. So let's start again, okay? I'm just going to start from the beginning because I like to go with the flow, okay? So I call upon the 4 directions and the 4 elements to open our circle as a consecrated place of love, healing, and spiritual guidance. May east and air share their knowledge of all beginnings. May north and earth share their knowledge of all stabilizing influences. May south and fire share their knowledge of all changes. And may west and water share their knowledge of all endings. Take another slow, deep breath and repeat the following as you continue to breathe slowly and evenly. Goddess, the mother of all, protects me. God, the Father of all, defends me. I'm always safe. I am never alone. I call upon the angelic guardians. I call upon my spirit guides, and I call upon all forces of good to enter our circle of white light and divine inspiration. May my higher self transmit to me the knowledge I am ready to receive and the wisdom to make the best use of it. So mote it be. Now, you can open your eyes because we don't want to do any candle magic with your eyes closed. That would be really tricky to do, right? But I want you to feel your circle. I want you to feel the shift. I want you to see yourself in a protection bubble. Because anytime we do any type of magic like this, we want to make sure that we are surrounded with divine white light protection. You can call upon Archangel Michael if you want to. You could, like I said, we've already called in the gods and goddesses. It is whatever feels right to you. But if you have somebody that you already call on for this, you do not need to go with my little prayer. You can bring in your own style, whatever you'd like to do, okay? But I want you to feel that you are protected. Because like I said, in spell work, it is about the intention. So you have to feel it. So what I want you to do is I want you to take, we're going to set one candle aside. You're going to take your first 2, okay? And with the first one, we're going to look at as This candle represents our past, everything that we've carried, every burden, every wound, every attachment, every influence that has remained connected to your energy field. And I want you to take this second candle and I want you to recognize, or because this is going to be your present, okay, your past and your present. And this is your current circumstances. These are your current challenges, the energy surrounding you right now. And now we're going to take the third candle. And this is the candle of the future. This is the path that is ahead. Your blessings, your opportunities, your freedom. Now, I want you to place your candles side by side. And I want us to use our twine to carefully wrap the candles together. Okay, so we're doing this as a 3-piece. Okay, now you're going to see my twine over here. I'm going to go over to, yes, I'm going to go over to my ritual spot so you guys can see me better on what I'm going to do. Okay, well, no, I'll do it here. It'll be easier. I'm already here. Okay, so you're going to bind these together and we're going to say, past, present, and future. I acknowledge all that has touched my path. I recognize what serves me. I release what does not. And we're going to start up at the top because we want to release these, right? Now, like I said, I like using this type of twine just because it likes to stick a lot better. Okay, and I'm going to wrap it. And with every turn of the string, I want you to imagine all of that negativity becoming trapped within the bindings. Every curse, every hex, every evil eye that you think that you've had looked your way, okay? Every spoken attack, every hidden resentment, jealousy, anger, anything like that, every energetic cord that seeks to drain your spirit. Now, I want you to sprinkle. I'm going to do this first because then we're going to bring in some salt. Now, I like to go straight to the bottom and then I like to bring it back up to the top. It's just how I do things. I like to see a pattern, right? And then instead of tying it, I just wrap it in. Okay. I'm going to bring it over to the candles or underneath here so you guys can see. Okay. I'm going to change my camera over here for a moment so you guys can communicate. I don't know if I hope you guys can see me a little bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use our salt. Now, if Stephanie and Alana is here, I got your little frog right here. Look at he's watching over things. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle salt. Okay, that right now is to purify. It's to cleanse. It's to establish boundaries. Okay, so we're going to say with this, what is harmful is revealed. What is revealed is removed. What is removed has no power over me. Now we're going to add the black pepper. Okay. Now, if you like to put your oil on first, you can. I'm doing it a little differently today. You'll see why. Okay. So now we're going to sprinkle our pepper. Okay. And we're going to visualize this negativity being driven away. I want you to visualize that unwanted fleeing, like anything unwanted, just fleeing from your life. Okay. And we're going to say, all malice departs, all hostility departs, all harmful intentions depart. You have no home here. Now we're going to add our rosemary. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside for one moment. Now, I like to put this in my mortar and pestle sometimes and grind it all up so it's fine. That way it sticks a little bit better because you'll see the rock salt. Now with the a beeswax candle, it's going to stick a lot better because it already has a little bit of a sticky substance. But on your chime candles, they slide off a little bit easier. Okay, so that's why we use the oil ahead of time. But I like, because rosemary is so thick, you're going to see it here. Okay. Like I said, rosemary is universal. Okay. So we're going to see a brilliant light occupying our space. This is what we're going to do tonight. Okay. And I want you to say, because we've got our protection in here too. Protection fills what negativity leaves behind. Peace replaces fear. Strength replaces weaknesses. Blessings replace burdens. Now place a small amount of oil onto your fingers. Okay. I'm going to use both my banishing and my protection. Remember, it's about intentions. I already got these both out. Hold on, I'm going to shake them up a little bit. Sometimes they can get stuck. Okay, so now you can put it onto your fingers and you can rub it down your candle. Because we've already got the herbs on here now, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to drop a little tiny bit. So this is my banishing oil. We're going to rid it from our life. For anybody who wants to know where I get my oils from, I make them and I sell them. Okay. And we got protection on here as well. Because remember, this is a 2-for-1. We're doing 2 types of spells in one spell. And you can do that as long as your intentions are clear with how you're doing it. Okay. Now, I want you to, when you're imagining yourself in this bubble, okay, you've got your candle dressed, we're getting it ready to burn. I want us, well, not us, but we can say it together, but you guys are going to have to repeat me. Sorry. But I want you to say, I claim divine protection. I claim spiritual sovereignty. I claim authority over my own energy. Now we're going to place our candles safely into our spot. Okay, so I'm going to move this for a moment. I got my lid just in case. I always carry my lid off to the side. Okay, now I probably don't have a candle holder for this candle, so I'm going to show you what to do. You're going to grab your Play-Doh. If you have Play-Doh, you can find it at the dollar store very, very easily, very cheap and quick. And you're only going to get yourself the amount of what you feel that you would need for your candle. Okay. So I'm going to take my candle and I'm just going to kind of squish it there. Now it should stay. Now, as you guys already know, I have baby wipes on hand because baby wipes work really, really wonders for all the oils and herbs that we use. Okay. So I've got this off to the side. As you can see, my candle's all there. Now we're going to take a few minutes. We're going to look at them. Think about what you wish to release. Maybe it's the fear. Maybe it's heartbreak. Maybe it's the envy that's directed towards you. Maybe it's a pattern that keeps repeating. Maybe it's a name. Maybe it's a situation. Or maybe it's something that you can't really identify or know what it is necessarily. Whatever it is, I want you to focus on it. I want you to see it clearly and I want you to acknowledge it. Let it know that you know that it's there. Because by letting that energy know that it's there means that they can't hide. That energy can't hide. You see it and you're sending it back. So remember that. Okay. So We are getting prepared to let this go. So when you are ready to light, I want you to awaken that flame, okay? And as it burns, we're going to say a few words. So hold on. I'm going to get mine all ready. I'm going to take my little pinch of salt here for my ritual. Hold on. I'm going to do a few things before I even do that. I've got some new moon water because the new moon is here on Sunday. By the way, guys, whoopsie, I put a little bit of water in my salt by accident. That's okay. I will be uploading my astrology forecast for the signs for the new moon and what's expected to coming up in June, okay? Or June 14th. That's when it happens. So check that out. I'm probably going to post it on Saturday for Sunday, okay? Because it comes in on Sunday. So I've got my ritual stuff here. I'm just going to acknowledge my candle. Hold on one second. I feel like I'm missing. There it is. Okay. I'm going to light our candle. This is for Lilith. I always light her a candle with chocolate. She loves it. Okay. And I am going to light our candles here. Okay. And we're going to watch that flame. So as it burns, I want you to say, and just repeat after me, by flame and will, I break all negativity directed towards me. By flame and will, I sever all harmful attachments. By flame and will, I restore my sacred balance. The past releases me. The lessons remain. Its burdens depart. The future is mine to create. No curse can claim it. No fear can control it. No darkness can own it. Now, I want you to take a moment and watch your flames. Notice the movement. Notice if they dance. Notice if they're strong. Just notice the energy and watch how everything unravels. Okay, mine's about to take off. Every chain breaking, every obstacle dissolving, every harmful intention returning to the universe for transformation. Okay, and transmutation, because we don't want we don't want revenge or retaliation. We want transformation to happen. Okay, because tonight we are not becoming what harmed us. We are becoming free of it. So take a deep breath. Imagine a brilliant river of white light flowing down from above. Enter through the crown of your head. Move through your entire body, cleansing every cell, every thought, every emotion, every layer of your spirit. And imagine this light growing brighter, brighter, and brighter until there is no room left for darkness, no room left for fear, no room left for doubt. Only light, only strength, and only truth. Now, as we watch our candles to burn, okay, I want you to repeat after me. I am protected. I am guided. I am empowered. I am sovereign. I am free. I am protected. I am guided. I am empowered. I am free. I am protected. I am guided. Make sure you're saying it like you believe it. Okay. I am protected. I am guided. I am empowered. I am sovereign and I am free. Say it as many times as you need to. I am protected. I am guided. I am empowered. I am sovereign. I am free. Make sure you believe it, because if you don't believe it, you set doubt into your mind. And that is not how we break curses. You have to believe it with your whole being. I am protected. I am guided. I am empowered. I am sovereign and I'm free. Okay. Now allow yourself to sit quietly. I want you to watch the flames. Oh, mine's taken off. Look at that. Breathe deep. Feel the release taking place. Look at that. Feel the shift occurring. Feel your energy. Mine's really going, so I am making sure that I've got a fan on. You always want to stay close to your fire, okay? But feel that energy returning home. Know that every breath strengthens your protection. Every heartbeat strengthens your power. Every moment strengthens your connection to your higher self. As this ritual comes to completion, I want you to place your hands over your heart. Okay. Now it's going to take a while for this to happen, but I'm going to say it now so that you can continue watching and putting your energy into your candle. But you are going to say, when you are done, and you can write this down, I'll give you time to write it down if you need to. Okay. You're going to say, all negativity is released. All harmful influences are dissolved. All curses are broken. All blessings are restored. My path is clear. My path is strong. My spirit is strong. My energy is my own. So mote it be. So I'm just going to repeat that one more time so that you can write it down. You can watch this video again to get all the words if you need to, okay? All negativity is released. All harmful influences are dissolved. All curses are broken. All blessings are restored. My path is clear. My spirit is strong. My energy is my own. So mote it be. So take one final deep breath. And I want you to exhale slowly. I want you to thank the elements. I want you to thank your guides, and I want you to thank your guardians. And thank you for showing up tonight. Remember this, no matter what shadows you've crossed paths with, your spirit is older than them. Your soul is stronger than them, and your light was never theirs to extinguish. Yeah, look at my candle burn there, baby. Poo-poo. I'm going to, well, no, I don't need to. See, I got to remind myself that I don't need to add all the ingredients. Sometimes I just let it be. Sometimes your intuition knows more than what you feel that you know. And that's why this is amazing. You guys are amazing. Remember, if this ritual resonated with you, be sure you like, share, subscribe. Thanks, guys. And remember, don't miss a Thursday. Come join us. Because it's better with you guys. I'm just going to chime in and see who's here tonight before I take off because, like I said, I got to watch my candle. Hey, Star. Hey, Manny. Who else is here? Secret frequencies sessions. Hello. You're new. Hello, Tamara. Hello, Steven. Nice to see you, hun. Remember, guys, if you guys are struggling with any, and I will always bring this up for Steven. Steven has opened up a page on Facebook called The Men's Defense. Did I get that right, Steven? And he's a supporter for domestic violence towards men. Did I get that right, Steven? Make sure you see it in the comments if I did, because I don't have it right in front of me. So I want to make sure that I'm getting all the information out. But guys, just so you know, we're here to support each other. We're here to guide each other. We're here, strength in numbers, right? So now if you have a wild candle like mine, remember to look at the wax afterwards. Look at the wax afterwards and see where all of this where your candle's going. You can always get impressions through your candles. So you might see something that looks like a chain that's broken. You might see maybe a lock and key. Who knows? Whatever resonates with you on whatever you are looking to release. And tonight we were doing removal. It doesn't have to be tricky, guys. A lot of people think that you have to get into some huge thing. You don't. You don't. Witchcraft is meant to be simple. If you want to make it elaborate, that's up to you. But you don't need to. This can work just as easily as something that has fancy ingredients. Take it from your kitchen. Keep it simple. Keep it inexpensive. You do not need to go broke with witchcraft. Okay? So I hope you guys are all good. Tell me about your experiences. Let me know how everything is. Hello, Ethereal Moonlight. Nice to see you. I'm not sure who you are, if I know who you are yet, but thank you for joining us tonight. I see that my candle is doing really good. Oh, it looks like somebody got stabbed in the heart. Ooh, this could be interesting. I'll have to take pictures and maybe post them later. But I'm going to let you guys go. I want you to remind yourselves of how powerful you are, whether or not you are starting off or whether or not you're deep, 2 feet in, two hands in. You've been around the block a few times with witchcraft. It doesn't matter where you are. We're all here for the same purpose. We're all here to change our life for the better. We are all here to learn and grow. So do that. Okay? This is all a part of it. You've got to know how, if you're going to dish, like I said last week, if you're going to dish it out, you got to know how to take it. And you got to know how to remove it if you need to. Okay? Because we all make mistakes. We're not perfect. But I'm going to tend to my candle. I am getting really hot because anytime I do any spiritual work, it gets really hot down here. And it's already hot enough. So thank you. Oh, hi, Nadine. Nice to see you. We're missing Amy tonight. We're missing Michelle or Delilah. We're missing a few people tonight, but that's totally cool. They always catch it later when they're busy. But I'd love to see all of you beautiful people showing up. And yeah, we are going to explore some other topics soon. We're done with the negative stuff. We're going to bring in some love. Not like that. Don't put your elbow in herbs. But anyways, guys, you know how. Oh yeah, I know we're missing Porter. I know we got to get her back. Porter. But anyways, guys, I will see you next week. And until then, remember, tell me what you liked about it. If there's anything you want to see, and we'll go from there. Okay. Ciao for now, witches.